Today we're going to get organized with the Cricut machine. And if you're brand new to Cricut, this is a perfect tutorial for you because you will not only learn how to use your Cricut machine, but you'll be getting organized at the same time. If we're just meeting right now, hi, my name is Nisha. Welcome to Little Craft Nest. Now I have some bins in my basement playroom that I would love to label. So let's get started. The materials you need for this project include permanent vinyl. You could use removable if you wanted to, but permanent's going to last much longer. You'll also need some transfer tape, a medium grip Cricut mat, a squeegee, some scissors, a weeding tool, I'm using a pin pen, a brayer, some rubbing alcohol and a lint-free cloth, and a measuring tape, and something to collect your vinyl scraps. Now, before you begin, you'll want to write down all the words that you want on your labels. Then also measure the size you want your labels to be. So I want mine to be 4.5 inches long and the height no more than 1.5. So go up to the top right hand corner of Cricut Design Space, click on New Project, and we're gonna select Blank Canvas. Now I want my labels not just to be letters, I want a little fancy border around the edges. So let's select Images on the left hand side and type in label. And here you'll have a pile of different labels. You can choose one. Now, if you have the Cricut Access subscription, you'll be able to choose any of these images. However, if you're using the free version of Design Space, you can filter your designs by free by going up to the filter tab and clicking on free. Now you'll be able to see all the designs that are available to you. You can also go down to the bottom and click on Advanced Search to see if something else catches your eye. Now, I do have Cricut Access, so I'm going to uncheck the free box and see what other images come up. So I'm liking this one right here. If I click on it, you can see the image number here at the top right-hand corner. So if you'd like to use the same design, you can do that. You'll also see similar designs below that. Let's add this design to the canvas. And click on Images again to go back to your canvas. Now, I said I wanted my design to be no bigger than 4.5 inches. So I'm going to go up to the top and adjust the size of this design to 4.5. And now you can see the height is at 1.6 inches, which is a little bigger than I originally wanted. So I'm going to distort this shape by unclicking the lock position between the width and the height. And we're going to change the height to 1.5. And so now my height is 1.5, but I've kept the width at 4.5. So I have the exact size that I want. Now we need to add our text. So go over to text and start typing out the names you want on your labels. I'm going to start out just by typing out one label. And once we have the format right for our first label, then we'll create the rest. So let's change the font of our design. As you can see at the top, it says Cricut Sans. Click on that, and then you'll be able to choose from a variety of different fonts over here. The ones that have the little A in the corner are Cricut Access fonts, meaning you do need the subscription in order to use those fonts. If you have the subscription, you can use any of them. Again, you can filter your fonts by free as well. Another thing you can do is go up to the top and click on System. These will be all the fonts that you already have loaded on your computer, so those are totally available to you as well. I'm going to select a Cricut font, and I really like that with the Cricut fonts, it shows you on the side what that font will look like with the text that you have typed out. Now, when you're making labels, you don't want to choose a thin font. Choose something thicker. It's going to be so much easier to weed out and apply your design. I'm going to choose the font BFC Fresh Bread, and then we can grab our text and put that inside of our label. And if you need to, you can make the text bigger or smaller. Now I'm going to take my mouse and stretch it over both these layers, the text and our rectangle frame. And above the layers panel, we're going to click on Duplicate. And then I'm going to move this one over to the side, and I'm going to duplicate that a few more times. So here's our labels, but we need to change the text for each one. So now we're going to click on the text inside each rectangle and change what it says. When your labels are typed out, you'll then want to center them. As you can see here, these words are not centered within inside the rectangle. So to do that, you are going to select the rectangle and the text, go to the top and click on Align, and then center. And while both those layers are still selected, we're going to go below the layer panel and click on attach. And we're going to do that for each one. So for the next one, we're going to select the second rectangle and the text, go to align, center, below the layers panel, and click on attach. So go through each one and continue with those steps. Now, the reason you want to attach these layers to each other is because when we cut these out, we want the rectangle to cut out with the word. If you did not have the rectangle attached to the text, you'd have your word cut out separately from the rectangle, and we want that to cut out all together. As you can see right now, my machine is not connected, so we need to make sure your Cricut machine is connected to your computer before we cut this out. So I'm going to click up here, make sure you've powered your machine on, and click try again to get your machine to connect. Now you can do this project with any Cricut machine. I'm using the Cricut Maker 3 today, but you can use any of the Maker series, the Explorer series, the Joy, even the Venture. This project can be done with whatever machine you have. So once it's connected, we can click on Make. And here is our first mat, and you can tell where I did not attach my labels. So we have a rectangle here and my word here. They are currently cutting out separate, so we need to go back and fix that. But you can see all the other labels were done correctly. If I pull this one down, you can see that the word is attached to the rectangle. So I'm going to click on cancel and select my marbles layer because that's the one that was not attached. So I have both my text and the rectangle selected. Go down below the layers panel and click on attach. So let's try that again and click on make. So now you can see on our prepare screen that everything is how it's supposed to be. Now these labels are very close to each other. You can keep it that way, but if you want to make it easier for yourself to weed out afterwards, I suggest putting some spaces between each of your labels. So I like to move my labels over a little bit. So we're going to scooch these ones down and move these ones over. This will allow us to take a pair of scissors and cut in between each label, and that's going to make it easier for you to weed out afterwards. When you have your labels where you want them placed on your mat, click on continue. I'm using permanent vinyl for this project, so under material settings, I'm going to select premium vinyl permanent glossy. Now, if you're using matte vinyl, you could also choose this setting. It's not going to make a big difference. Make sure your fine point blade is loaded into your machine and that you have a piece of vinyl that's going to cover where your Cricut is going to cut. So if you hover your mouse over mat 1, you can see you need approximately 8 inches by 11 inches of vinyl to cover your mat. We're going to take the cover off our medium grip mat, and I'm going to cut 8 inches off of this roll. And then I'm going to place this on top of my mat. If yours was in a roll, sometimes it's hard to get it from curling up. So start in the middle, push that down, and then smooth outwards. And then you can also take a brayer and go over top. That's just going to really help it adhere to your mat. And then you're going to take your mat and stick it under the tabs at the side. Make sure it is under each of those tabs, and then click on those flashing arrows. And when the play button starts flashing, click on that. Once your Cricut has finished cutting out your design, you're going to take your mat, flip it over, and we're going to peel the mat off the vinyl rather than just ripping the vinyl off the mat. This is going to prevent your vinyl from bending. And then rather than weeding this all at once, I'm going to take a pair of scissors and cut each of these labels out separately. That's going to make it so much easier for us to weed this out. Then we're going to start with one label and start by peeling the outside off. If you're having a difficult time seeing the lines on your design, I would definitely suggest to have really good overhead lighting. And if you're also not sure what part of your design you're supposed to weed or not, Keep your design space window open so you can see exactly what negative pieces you need to weed out. And then for the inside pieces, use a weeding tool to pull those little pieces out. And I had a double line around here, which means I have an inside piece here as well that I need to weed out. And there's my first label weeded out. Let's continue doing the rest. And after you're done weeding out all your designs, you're gonna take a lint-free cloth and some rubbing alcohol and clean off the surface that you want to apply your labels to. Then you're gonna take some transfer tape and cut out a piece about the same size as your label. Peel the backing off your transfer tape, and then we're gonna apply it to the top of our label. Start by pushing down in the middle and then pushing your transfer tape to the outside edges. And you're gonna scrape over top. Make sure you don't have any bubbles in your design. Then we're gonna flip over our label and slowly peel off the backing. And now we've got our vinyl label stuck to the transfer tape, ready to apply to our bins. And then we're gonna take our label and try to line it up as best we can on our bins. Now, if you want, you can measure and use a dry erase marker to make sure you have everything lined up perfectly. I am just going to eyeball this and hope for the best. Again, it's important to press down that middle first and then smooth your vinyl out towards the outside. And then once it's on there, grab a squeegee and press it down on your bin really well. You can even trace over each letter with your finger just to make sure it is on there. And then when you're ready, grab the edge of that transfer tape and slowly peel that back. And if a spot starts lifting up again, just put that transfer tape back down and go over it a few more times before pulling the transfer tape off again. And there's my first bin. It looks so good. Let me finish doing the rest. Now keep in mind, you can use that same piece of transfer tape that we just used on your next label as well, and the next and the next. So you can keep reusing that same piece until it starts really losing its stickiness. So just push that down, starting in the middle, pull towards the outside, scrape that on. And I'm gonna head down to the basement to finish putting the rest of these on. I hope you enjoyed getting organized with me today. If you're new to Cricut and looking for more beginner-friendly tutorials, check out this playlist right here, and I hope to see you on more crafting adventures.